Welcome, my friends. I am Damien. This is DamiensAdventure, and my friends, we are back after a day off. It felt so weird taking a day off. Like, holy crap, did it ever. Of course, nothing is ever truly a day off. I spent that setting up all my stuff to get ready to do the affiliate filing, and I'll be damned if I didn't get it. That's right, my friends. I literally, as of like 2.5 hours ago, I made affiliate. Officially affiliate. So if you just a heads up with everybody, I still have everything set to default because I didn't expect them to add 10 more extra panels, which is I'm fine with the extra challenge. It's just I didn't have time to figure it out. So if you see ads today, I didn't set them up. I think I have it turned off. So if you see ads today, pre-roll might happen. That's not me. And if it is me, I haven't found the setting for it yet. But if you end up with ads today, let me know so I can fix it. Yeah, that's a thing. If you want to do things like bits and stuff like that, do know that I may not see the notification. If I miss it, let me know. Chat will also let me know more than likely if people donate bits. But I wanted to make sure I've set that expectation that literally I have no idea how that's going to work out. The next thing is that I need to set up badges, so you just have the default badge if you're a subscriber. That's right, I do have subscriptions open, but I mean, I'm going to be honest with you, I don't have anything set up to offer it, but what I'll probably end up doing is doing like something, I don't know, like maybe like a stream where we all go run treasure maps or something. But if there's more than like 7 of you, I'm gonna be in trouble. So I'll have to come up with something. We'll work on it together as a community and figure it out and go from there. So with that, my friends, welcome. That is correct. We are going to be running the end of days. That's right, we're going to be counting down the last 9 MSQ before we hit Endwalker, and that's going to be super awesome because basically you're going to get to see everything go to hell. I mean, I'm not spoiling anything for you there. When does it not go to hell at the end of expansion? So it's going to be really awesome. With that, I am a bit nasally today. I do apologize. That has to do with the allergy season. If you're in the Discord, you probably got to see a bunch of photos of my city and cherry trees and all sorts of cool stuff. Basically, it's this time of year when like my sinuses don't immediately start acting up, but come like end of day, they're just like fried. So like I say, creeps up on me. We will have to do a couple of things before we start up. Because I've taken like 2 days off, right? So I want to make sure I don't leave the FC hanging. I need to get this going here. We also yeah, I'm probably gonna need to do one of these too. Alright, so we got that, we got these because we're gonna need those. And now they get the buffs because I've been slacking. This is where you get your FC buffs for level 1s and 2s. You should never need level 1s, so as soon as you unlock level 2, you should just stick to level 2. Level 3, you can only have 2 of them a week, so don't beat yourself up over trying to race to get them. I mean, you should definitely consider getting them for your SC, but it's a thing where, you know, these buffs will probably end up being hijacked for raid nights anyway, or for the gold saucer event or something like that. But it's fun to play around with. Oh, hey, what's up, Creation? Thank you for the subscribe, my friend. Thank you for your first month. You were the very first subscriber. You were not lying. Holy shit, you did it. wait, for 6 months and it. Holy shit. I got a job to do. That is awesome. Thank you so much, my friend. You are absolutely freaking amazing. I gotta figure out how to even update all this. Holy crap. Okay. Nice. Thank you so much. I wish you could see my end with all my panels right now. It's hilarious. Like, streamers aren't kidding when they talk about it's like a thing. Oh, I love this. Not the. It's like the challenge is like it's like a puzzle. You know what I mean? And it's like yes. Thank you, my friend, so much for that. Holy shit. I gotta figure out how. Oh, so I only get one sub point. Hey, I'm not complaining. I was wondering if people when people give multiple months, of subs, if it counts each month as a sub point, because it wants me to have a goal of 10. And I was like, okay. And no, it counts as one. I'm not getting away with it that easily. Let's see here. I gotta figure out how to make all this work. Let's see. Holy crap! Let's see here, chat. Which one am I doing here? Is nice. Hmm. You know what? I think I just learned a really interesting thing. That's going to quickly become the spammable of choice for people. That's brilliant. Let me see here, chat. What are we doing today? I'm like trying so hard to find everything to get everything going. I do apologize. Thank you so much. Let's see, chat. Aha. Wait, no, that's not it. Oh, here we go. Okay, let's see. What should we name the tier 1 subscription? We gotta come up with a good name as a community. Oh, well, I can either call y'all mini fuzzers or we can call y'all Damien's minions. Then I can just go around calling you minions all day. But then again, the ability to be a mini fuzzer. Oh, this is going to be a great spammable. I'm gonna have to shrink that one down to the corner somewhere. I just realized I've got the greatest bait right now on Twitch because all people have to do is give someone subs and then for like the next 5 minutes it's just going to spam the shit on the screen. I love it. That's brilliant. Oh damn. Thank you so much, my friends. Holy hell. 20. Ah! Holy shit. Oh my goodness. They're all playing. Oh no. You don't want to get got by the Baba Yaga. Oh. Thank you so much. It has been a crazy, crazy last 48 hours of literally like boot camp style sleep. It might be tricky. I will defer to Star Gabby on that one. She would definitely know. Indeed. Thank you very much. I'm still trying to figure out how many that was total. Let's see. My new sub goal 10. Oh, damn. Thank you. Thank you. And then it was a 6, but nice. Thank you so much, dude. You are awesome. I'm still like reading them all. I'm trying to figure out how to decipher all this. Oh, okay, so this and this. Like, hold on. You know what? I'm gonna show you my screen. I think it's stable. I'm looking around. I'm looking around everywhere. I'm like, can I show people my screen right now without doxing myself? Okay, yes. Yes. Here we go. This is definitely something y'all should see. Maybe it's this one. Edit. There we go. Okay. It was the end of days. No. But check it out though. It over here on this section, right? All of this is new for like the event section, but it used to just be people following, right? But now I'm like, here's where it's like there's the followers and the sub goal, right? And I'm like, okay. And then it's like, I got that one. And it was like that one. And I was like, oh my God. And I'm like, then it gives me a new goal thing. And then it does this one. And I'm like, holy crap. So I'm like trying to see them all, like, holy crap. But like, as you can see, you've got like this whole new panel now, right? And hold on, let me check this real quick, all right? I want to make sure it's safe per se. I don't want to. I can't show y'all like my agreements or anything, you know, but I can show y'all this stuff. This is like the ads panel. So people can usually see these things coming up, but not everyone has that turned on that way. If you have it turned on like an automatic kind of setting, it does different rates and stuff. But you can hold ads apparently too. You can also shut them off. I have them off for right now. So if y'all see ads today, it's either the pre-roll, which is hilarious. I'm gonna laugh every time I say that because I live in Oregon. But like, yeah, so like pre-roll or any of this stuff. I can't do I can't turn that part off, I don't think. We'll see. But yeah, so there's all these extra tabs now that weren't like here before. This entirety of this section here. But used to, my homepage used to be really simple. It was like, here's how many goals you have left at the top of the corner of the screen, right? It would be like, you have X amount of goals up here. And then it would be like, you have, hold on, let me get back up here. You have X amount of goals up here, and then here is your stats, and then over here would be, you know, the chat thing, and then like you'd have a couple of things down here. One would be the schedule, and I'd be like, okay, cool, not the same page, but the home page, right? But what happens is since turning on monetization, I've got like 30 panels on the home screen, and like none of them are the schedule, and I'm like, damn it, where's my schedule? Heck yeah, Stargate is awesome. Let's see here, chat. Where am I going here? Ah, yes. These buttons. And then this. Alright, my friends. I think it is time to experience the end of days. But first, I gotta buy a couple things. Shouldn't be too long. Ooh, 1 second. I gotta tell my partner goodbye. They're gonna go to the store. Alright, let's see here. So I got the, I keep saying enhanced rates, reduced rates. Oh, man. Oh, I got to experience the West Coast DMV for the first time in a while. A good long while. I think it was like, shit, almost 10 years? Since because the last time I did it was during, like, you know, the Great Sickness and stuff, so you could do it over the phone and remotely. So yeah, I got to go in there, and you know what? I think people have figured it out now, and they don't usually do walk-ins as much anymore, because I walked right in and right out. Welcome, 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 Lena! Welcome! I just made affiliate today, and we are smashing. It has definitely been a crazy day already. Absolutely. Let me see, my friend. Where am I? There we go. I'm so excited. Like, I like, seriously, hold on. This was like me when I woke up at 4 p.m. Or I'm sorry, I woke up at like 4:20 p.m. And I was like, oh my god, there's smoke. Because my partner was like cooking pizza. And it wasn't really their fault or anything. But it was one of those things where you wake up smelling smoke everywhere. And you're like, holy shit. And I'm like, okay. False alarm. And then I'm like walking around, and I look up my thing, and it was like, congratulations, you have made affiliate. And I'm like, it has been crazy today. Oh, this is gonna be awesome. I know my character isn't showing, but check this out. This is how I was when I was like, that mixed with. It's awesome. I will say this though. I know it's only been a few weeks here, right, on Twitch, but after putting in about a year and a quarter of time towards streaming, it feels really good to finally hit a goal. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it was really good. Like, I felt like I finally, like, growing into my my own as a basement streamer. Oh yeah, what am I doing? Oh yeah, I gotta go back to the house. No, wrong way. Oh, what should I do for a shout? Oh, hold on. There we go. It says, hi everyone, I'm live on twitch.tv/DamiensAdventure with the last 9 MSQ Shadowbringers. Next stop, Endwalker. And it says, come say hi, have a nice day. See, here's my thing. Should I put that, or should I just be like, I'm live with the end of days? That would be kind of cool, but then it would be longer because I would have to explain what the end of days are without doxing it for the sprouts. We'll go with this one. Also, if I saw nasal today, I do apologize. And damn, we gotta get emotes for people. Holy shit, we gotta go find people who do emotes. Or at least try to figure it out. I'm used to doing like editing stuff, but not blot art. That'll be a whole other thing. Those are cool emotes. Especially the hag swooshy one. It's just like whoosh, 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 whoosh. I'll make that when I walk. Because I have long hair. So it's definitely a thing. Alright. Let's get this going. Oh, wait. It might help if I did the actual thing. Like a real streamer. Not a real streamer. Or was I going to say like a real streamer? I forget every 5 seconds. No. Squadron missions? Yes. No. I need the priority Aether Pass. That's what I really, truly need. If I get, I mean, the Gold Saucer one's great, but the priority Aether Pass I can use off-world, which makes it priceless. I'm gonna see if I have any of these. Yeah, well, no, I don't. And if I do, I can't check. Are the wisps worth the reward? What do they need? What do you think, chat? Challenging. So 401387, 401387. Oh, they're literally equal. Okay. Cool. First squad mission in a while. Alright, I did my shout thingy. Let's see, my friends, where are we going now? We are going to the FC house. I'm gonna hurry through this as fast as I can today, so I'm probably gonna skip the submarine thing. If you... Well, I mean, I'm gonna do the submarine thing, but it's a... Oh no! That's always the saddest it feels. I know during Dawn, as we lead up to John Trail, I know a couple of people are getting ready to swap over to different servers. We gotta drive recruitment. I see so many people, but I don't want to approach them while I'm streaming. I don't want to be like a reaction TV reporter where I'm like, "Hi there, sir, tell us about this." I don't want to be like, "Hi there, do you have time to talk about the SC?" Speaking of which, did you hear what's going on with Microsoft right now, my friends? And, well, I should say Xbox and Final Fantasy XIV. Needless to say, it was the end of days. I'm going to keep going back to that, because that's our theme for today. But check it. Here we go. You ready? Yes. It was a test of our new flexes. So. Let me get these going. And I know what you're thinking. Damien, are you ever going to take McGill out of the thing? And the answer is yes, but I tend to run project to project. So basically what I'm doing now is coming to a project near you. No, I'm actually gonna pull it here as soon as I get rid of these 4 and these 6. And once I do that, I'll tally up the total and we'll pull it, but this is probably going to be at least 20 mil by the time we're done. I think it's like 20 mil now, so yeah, that's definitely going to be interesting. That puts me back at a 140, which literally puts me back at my original pre-spending cap before I decided to buy a bunch of mounts and everything else. I kind of, about every 6 months, I kind of go on a spending spree in this game. Other than that, I'm building gil. So that's kind of how it works with that one. But my friends, let's go see about the airships, and then we're going to be done. Hold on. Because I kind of want to save this VOD. I'm going to cut that off. Let me see here. The reason why is if I don't, I have fair use to use these tracks according to the material uses license of Final Fantasy XIV, but I don't want to have to argue it after 30 days to an AI. Like, I don't want to be like, I have the rights to use this, what the hell? They'd be like, just checking. I want to be like, content ID brutality. Oh man, let's see, we're gonna be converting this here, right? This is how your FC gets a level 3 buff. Ultimate power. Now then, I'm gonna go ahead and show y'all a couple of things here that we're gonna be doing in the next couple of days. Hold on a sec. So, this is going to be the first GIF, of course. Or GIF. The first thumbnail, of course, for Endwalker. And I'm going to try to do this without any spoilers, alright? But we got some crazy things here. So something I was going to show you. I was bored, and my art program was like, would you like to try our new AI prompt feature? And I'm like, not really, but I want to feed it an image just to see what it does. And it was like, Alpino's mom, right? And it was like Alpino's mom with I told it to spit me out a bunch of different things, right? So it gave me like 2 or 3 of them. This one said doll, right? And it's the most terrifying thing you'll ever see. You won't be able to unsee this. AI is terrifying. Here you go. You ready for this? So this is what it's supposed to be, okay? And this, and no, I'm not really super big in the AI. I just absolutely think this is hilarious. This is what we ended up with, which is absolutely terrifying. It's a shit of nightmares. And you know what? is even crazier. And the image that's covered up with the MSQ thing, it really is. Oops, hold on. What is even that? And this one looks really concerned. Oh. But you know what else is great? I said, okay, that's terrifying. Let's steer it into the anime realm. So then I said, I want to see Alpino's mom with the prompt anime. And it did this. I was like, that's actually not bad. I was like, but what the hell? I was like, how did we arrive to that? Just boring stuff at like 3 a.m., but you can't sleep. But yeah, I just wanted to share that with y'all because that blew my mind and is absolutely horrifying. Alright, let's get back to this right quick. I wonder, friends. Trying to see how this works here. How does that work? Oh, I see. So for 5 days, it shows the top gifters. Pretty cool. Creation has firmly planted themselves in the lead. Let's see here. This is where you get stuff. This is where you make the stuff. And this is where you run the stuff. Now then, these are airships. We have the Itis. We have the Itis. We have Secondhand Jonas. And we have SparkX Miko Heavy. And for subs, we have the C1 Treasure sub, which we're going to work on here. They're kind of big. Alright. So I suppose I should change this whole thing now. Hold on. Boosh. There we go. That's going to be my new Be Right Back sign now. So, let's see. We're going to repair it right fast and I'll send it back out. Would anybody like to see the video? If not, I can skip it. We didn't level up, so we're just going to send it right back out. They all go on adventures. Also, have you ever heard of Rise Brewing Company? Maybe, maybe not. They do these little pellets of liquid nitrogen or whatever it is. Check it out. You might get to hear some cool sounds. I don't know if y'all got to hear that. It's going. Oh, the video is the submarine that we just have going back and forth. So when you get to the FC house thing in the back, if somebody sends something out there and you're in the party, you get to see the video too. But because you're in my stream, you're getting to see it from my perspective, which is pretty cool. It's one of my favorite parts of the FC was working on this. I actually, if I could, I wish it would let me open up a second side workshop and just start over again. It makes me literally want to go make an FC on an alt and just keep 15 dummy accounts in there so that I can just keep running it. and then literally just work on the workshop. It's one of the greatest things. If you ever need to level a crafter, then you need to be in the workshop. It'll get you clean out of clean into Stormblood. Did we level up? We did. We hit 111, so that means we got new maps. Wow, Lilac Sea number 3. Like we're coming on back with some Lilac Sea number 3. What was it they were calling that a few months back? The actual technical term for the submarine that I'm not mentioning, or submersible I'm not mentioning, is what was it? It's like macro or micro. Like it had a whole like a whole designator syntax, and I can't think what it was like. It was like macro, micro, implosion, or something like they actually had a scientific term for just how fast that thing imploded. Oh, look at this. This is why we send it to the same place every single time, is to find the rare stuff. That's correct. We've gone on 4 journeys to this place, and we're just now pulling it out. Now to see if it's worth anything before we send it back out there again. The other one sure as hell was. It was worth almost $1 million. And in case you're wondering, I tend to reinvest this stuff into the what do you call it? The level 3 buffs, as well as to further the submarines as a whole. And I trust my dudes in the FC with, like, my life, yo. Like, for real, I took a 6-month hiatus, and I come back, we still got the house, we still got the FC chest, is still the exact same amount of gil that I left it. It was, like, everything was, you know, in working order, but it was, like, it was actively being used. You know, like, it wasn't just, like, left alone. And when I got back, they're like, here you go, and they tossed me the keys. I was like, you are the greatest people I've ever known. Like no other people I've ever gamed with, except very few people, I think, would ever have been that cool about that. Oh man. Props where props is due there. Alright, so we gotta back on this for split sec. Oh wait, do I need to repair this? Not that one. Let's try the other one. No. Okay, we're good. I'm going to check to see the price of this for a good reason, because if it's not worth anything, I can send it to the other one. Nah, we're definitely going to the other one. Hold on, I'm just going to learn that one, actually. We'll just do that. So now I have a goggle-eyed Dogu. It says, guaranteed to win any staring contest. Coolies. Now then, which one had... I'll just send them out again on the same thing. The reason why is because of the fact that I don't have time to sit back and research the right one to send it to you right now. Yeah, for those wondering, people who are members, they get to skip ads if I turn them on. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I might, because, like, yeah, then I can actually tell when they're gonna happen, and then I can just do the funny thing where I can just sit and hang out and be like, oh no, it's ads, and then make a whole show out of it. Pretty good. What else? I'm not gonna do that today, though. Now, listen, if you saw an ad on the way in here, that, my friends, is... Nice. Congratulations, Lena. And thank you, Creation, for the gift of sub. I was gonna say with if you saw ads on the way in, then that's the pre-roll ads. Congratulations, Ashuna, and thank you, Creation, for the gift of sub. But yeah, if you saw them on the way in, that's pre-roll. I think that's a tax they take out of my ass. Because I don't necessarily have a button for that one. Oh my goodness. Oh. Don't wreck yourself. What was it? You got, can I even say that phrase without getting claimed these days? Accurate. You got to check yourself before you wreck yourself, my friend. Although, you know, far be it for me to say one way or the other. I am grateful for everything at this point. I'm just like, holy shit! Oh, I was worried it would be. Actually, I didn't really have any expectations for today. I was just like, I'm gonna go out there. You know what it reminded me of? Years and years and years ago, I was a DJ. Nothing. Well, I would say nothing fancy, but it was kind of a decent sized club. But anyway, my first day on the job, I literally Johnny Cashed it. Like I was really nervous and everything, and I just kind of came out on stage and I'm like, what's up, y'all? I'm Damien. How about to play some music for y'all? And then like I did the DJ set. It was really cool, and I just remember sitting back and laughing about how chill that shit went, because it was just so smooth. Because I just put myself into that zone, or like I would say trance-like state, but then it sounds like I was having lots of fun in the club. But no, not like that. But it was interesting. But doing this today, I was kind of like, all right, I guess gonna go one way or the other, and it doesn't matter either way. We're gonna go out there, we're gonna have fun, and honestly, I'm just too damn tired to care. It's just been two days of like no sleep and going hard to get all this set up, you know? And sure enough, it's been exploding since I started, which is super awesome. I am definitely broken. I'm like trying my best to get us out the door as fast as I can here, I promise. Let me see. That is definitely trash. That is like cheaper to vend it than it was to sell. Hey, it was my alarm. So I don't know if y'all remember the Saturday Night Live skit with was it Timothy Chalamet and what's his name? And they're doing the rapping thing on the talk show, and they were like yeet yeet skirt yeet, like that one. So when my alarm wakes me up in the morning, right, it plays a sound effect, and then after that, oh yeah, that is true. It'll be ending on May 8th. That's good to know. So we have a long time to do it. I saw Locke doing that earlier today, right before I came in here. It was a good time. I'm watching some of it. Like, you pretty much get a whole refresher on the story. Who knows, my friend? If I can upgrade that PC in time for Dawn Trail, I'm gonna be there. No, because I had to get up early. I was going to, but then I realized that I had to get up in 4 hours and go sit at, like, the DMV. Tsukiko! Welcome, 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 my friend. Welcome, welcome. I did it! I hit affiliate! Woo! And I honestly couldn't have done it without all y'all. Like, absolutely. I am going to show y'all something crazy. I'm going to show y'all one more thing, and then we're going to get started with Shadowbringers, I promise. So check this out. Let's see here. Let me find the photo. Boom, boom, boom. Where did I put that? Oh, okay. I have this spam folder that I call Twitch stuffs, and it's just been me every night or every couple of nights clipping my backdrop to show how I'm growing. This is the smartest thing I ever could have done, because you can literally watch my channel grow. One second here. Is it this one? It is so hard to see on the small screen. Yeah, I posted this to Discord. I was like, I stream too much. I was laughing. I was like, I wonder if I would be valuable to the company, or if they would just be like, "Oh, they're taking up all of our bandwidth." Because I got, what was it, 200 hours streamed in a month, 27 unique days out of a 30-day time frame, 3.88 viewers average, and 60. It's technically 67 or higher followers, but the moderator doesn't count. So 66 is where it says on the stat. This was earlier, a couple days ago, I think, and now it's like congrats, you're an affiliate and everything. But yeah, I'm going hard trying to set up the channel over here. Let me roll that back to this here, and I'll be ready to go back to the thing. Yeah, so this is a future picture thing coming up, so I'm going to set it back to end of days. Boosh. There we go. That's what we're going to be doing today. You get the first dungeon of Endwalker as soon as maintenance ended. Bummer. That's so it's not hard now, but when we first did it, it was hard. Like, I don't think people realize how much you have to fight for every single dungeon in the main expansion when it first comes out. They keep it kinda to some expectation, but there was kind of interesting how they were getting ready to balance towards the next job tweak that was coming out, and not so much for the current thing that was there at launch. So basically, there was a good 3 to 4 month period where things were rough. Not rough in a bad way, but just they were way harder. And then it just got easier and easier from there for the most part. Let me get back to this. So there we go. Time to get, disinfected, We're gonna be around the Telophoroi. Gonna be around a lot of dark stuffs. Oh. There is a thing that I wanted to do on the way out the door. We're gonna go to the inn in Redania, and the reason why is I need to go and change an outfit. So chat, my friends, just so you know, I need people to help me determine, should we call you Damien's Minions, or should we call you Mini Fuzzers? Both have extreme benefits. Damien's Minions sounds cool, and Mini Fuzzer comes with great ability to use a certain abbreviation without it being bad. Damien's Fuzzers? I would, but that just sounds silly. In a good way, but then... Hear me out. Hear me out, hear me out. Type out the first 2 letters of Mini Fuzzer in your head. And then think of all the wonderful benefits we could get away with that. But Damien's Minions works too. I think I may just have to do all of them. Yeah, there you go, Damien's Mini Fuzzers. What I'll probably end up doing, okay, is if you end up with the, like the tier 1 sub thing, we'll make you Mini Fuzzers. I don't know how tier 2 and tier 3 subs work. I don't even know if I have access to that. But if I do, I would probably put like the tier 2 as like Damien's Minions. Or maybe like, yeah, because I'll have to come up with new names for each one. But I also need to change the update thing to flash with that. We'll do that here in a little bit, but for now, I'm going to get us over to the thing. Where is, yeah, Inky. So I have an outfit that I have had sitting, just going to waste for a long time, and I think it's time to bring it back out. Y'all have seen it in a couple of my thumbnails, and I call it, Alamigan Prime. So, okay, here's the deal. What job should I be? Should I be a red mage? Should I be a summoner? Or should I be... Yeah, red mage or summoner. You decide. Me, I'm happy with either or. Both can heal themselves to some extent, and at this level, summoner is ungodly. Especially the closer you get. See, I don't know how to make polls on this chat setup. It's kind of unfortunate. I'm sure that there's a way to do it through things like Nightbot and stuff like that. And I also have to. Oh, and for those wondering why I don't have Nightbot yet, I have two different low-key moderator bots that don't advertise, that just hang out in my chat, right? Waiting to pop things. So I need to make sure that Nightbot doesn't conflict with all of them, or that I don't use StreamerBot or whichever one they have. Whichever's better. Maybe I need both. Who knows? But yeah, that's the thing on that one. I'm making a poll. I do not know, my friends. I do not know. But what I do know is while we figure this out, I can start working on the outfit. So, because they use the same stuff, I think. Here we go. So, I think I have some of it already in the glam thing. So as you can see, I'm currently in my Ascian outfit, which is cool. Very cool. But we need to make sure we already have a spot for it, because of the fact that we are going to need to take and... Okay, cool. So we already have a spot for that, which is good. Let me find the actual outfit that I need, and we'll go from there. Did I get rid of that? Oh, here it is. Aha! Now, what did I use? Oh yeah, I used red pants. That's what it was. But what did I use for the red pants? Oh lord. I need to find my red pants. Here they are. Oh, I'm occupied. It's like, I'm sorry, we can't use the actual glamour thing because you're using the glamour thing. And I'm like, but why don't I have the ability to just use the glamour thing? There we go. Alright, I feel like a change of shoes might be in order. Cast glamour. No. Although that is kind of funny. No. No, that's real funny. No. Yes. Striped boots it is. Striped boots. Let's rock. Here we go. Striped boots. Yeah. Bet. Now I'm ready for war. Oh, that thing though. Hold on, I gotta fix that. Nope, nope. Let's see. As cool as this is. Boom, boom. Necklace? Cast glamour? There's only one necklace that I've rocked for like ever. Well, that's not true. I've rocked a couple of them. But there's one that I rock more than any other. And that is the Ultimate Choker of Slaying. And the reason why is it looks cool. That's true. The 16 Collect Plus? Not today, because I'm gonna be doing Shadowbringers, 9 MSQ. But if I beat that, I might still do stuff, and in which case we'll choose we'll choose two things. Should we do the 16 thing, or should we start in the Endwalker? If we start in the Endwalker, then we just keep going. Because I know 9 MSQ is not that much. I don't expect all of y'all to be around for the whole thing. But being as how I'm on like an adrenal drip at this point, I'm probably not going to sleep until morning. Oh, so let's see. What am I needing here? Oh yes. Wait, did it not change? Oh, did I botch it? Oh, is that part of the outfit? Damn, you know what? I bet that's part of the shirt. I can figure it out. Here we go, here we go. Choker of casting. Without clothes. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. I can't, that's part of the outfit. It's okay, though. Yeah, no, you're fine. You're fine. Do you know this, though? For the next week, I don't think there's going to be anybody that takes you off the top of the ladder. If they do, then it'll probably be during a raid or something. But that's insane, my dudes. Also, if anybody donates bits, let me know. Don't. if anybody, if anybody does, let me know. I don't know if I have it set up to see it. I also don't know what it does. I'm not even gonna lie. I have no idea. It's just the default setup. And it says that I can take bits. And I might end up doing like the little bit jar thing. The problem is some of that's if I build too many more things right away onto my setup, then I'll have to offload a lot of that onto my partner's computer, and then she'll probably kick my ass. It's doable though. For like if I was doing like a huge dono event or something, like a big like once every 6 months kind of dono event or every 4 months thing, then that'd be totally doable. Okay. So here's the deal. I'll be able to play both of them. And I have a book that burns. Okay, so where is the thing? Oh, I almost forgot, Curiation. You well, because like you clipped them, I chopped them up and uploaded them. But you clipped them. We've got clips up on the YouTube channel, the short clips. I keep forgetting they're there because I've been so flabbergasted by today. But yeah, I will have to take a look at that one at some point today. I think it was the one where dude gets yeeted across the way. Let me see. We need to go more than likely to Mordona or something. So I'm gonna go to Mordona, and we'll start from there. But oh wait, you know what? I'm gonna walk outside. And the reason why I'm gonna walk outside is then I could do a shout and be like, "Hello, my friends. I am streaming today." All right. So now we're gonna go to Mordona. All right. What is this? Nay, I must stay the course. My ADHD is going ham. Hold on, here we go. As the Scions were preparing to return to the source, a new threat was presented with the sudden appearance of the Ascian Elidibus. He assumed the guise of the original Warrior of Light, and following a climactic struggle, it was you that stood victorious. With peace restored, the Scions bid farewell to their friends on the First, and finally made the journey home. However, Alisaie soon jumps off the 4th floor balcony as never— no, I'm kidding. But she did, though. She absolutely did. However, they soon discover that events unfolding in distant lands may spell disaster not only for Eorzea, but the entire world. We're going hard, chat. God, this jazz is so smooth. I feel like, you know, the whole like you're getting sold up river thing that comes from this vibe. I love this song. It's so good and for so many bad ways. Oh. Ooh. Okay. Well now, this changes things a little bit. What is this? A dock light? I guess, okay. Shite. Take care of that. Also, in case you're wondering, this is a Mama Shiva earring. We had to work really hard to get that. I think you can buy it in the store now or something. But yeah. They just had a scarf recently. Or something like that. And while it was cute, it did. Hey, thank you for the gift of something. Thank you so much, Curation. You're awesome. Oh, now this moment. Hell yeah. Now tomorrow I can go like full ads and you guys will never know. And then like anybody who joins it'll be like, oh, it's ads like everyone else. And I'm like, oh, the subs don't see them, it's all good. Oh, that was awesome. It's like, they've given 19 gift subs to the channel. I'm like, holy shit. Oh, man. In the face of this new draconic threat, we would indeed benefit from Justinian's presence. Yet I cannot help but wonder how Cryo and Tatsuru intended to locate him. They certainly seem confident, however. Well, I mean, they could just be like, "Hey, Helga, we need you," and he'd be like, "Tasty morsel," and he'd be like, "Nah," and they do like the Lalafell slash Panic, where it's like this, but they're Lalafell, so that they do the hand wave thing. Oh, so good. I can just imagine that. God, this game needs Dragon Ball Z filler episodes. Wait, no, we don't. That's called A Realm Reborn. Alice is waiting patiently for the return of certain scions, not least of all, you. Good news, Minnie. Thancred and Urianger have finished their tour of Garlemald, and are on their way back here even as we speak. As we still haven't heard anything on the towers from the Alliance, I'm hoping they might be able to shed some light on things. They're due to arrive any moment now, so let's see what they have to say, eh? Ah, a welcoming party. You need have gone to the trouble. From what I hear, you've been more than busy enough as it is. More? Honestly, you might have waited for me to return before discovering a cure for tempering. As it is, I can't even pretend to have been involved. Well, if it's any consolation, I myself was little more than a spectator. The lion's share of the credit must go to Alize, Graha, and Minnie, but I believe I speak for the rest of us when I say we are proud to have rendered what little assistance we could. Actually, Alphino, I appreciate you being an adult and not rubbing it in, but my dude, I seem to remember it was like ride or die with Limsa, and like all hell was breaking loose. I mean, they were all like 7 hells, and then there was like, ether, I need more ether, and it was like, it was crazy, and then dude almost died, and yeah, it was insane, and then it was like, Mistress Alize, and I was not ready for that. It was cute, but not the voice I expected. But yes, that's what actually happened, Alphino. As you will also have heard, though, it hasn't been all tales of triumph. Just as we were taking a step towards finally addressing the primal threat, a pile of fresh problems landed in our lap. Oh, 1 second, chat. Anyway, it's good to have you back. Though I can't help noticing that we're one Urianger short of a scouting party. You haven't lost him, have you? Oh, I couldn't lose him if I tried, and I did try, repeatedly. But no, he decided to linger at Alamigo to apprise Rapon and the others of how the land lies in Garlemald. Oh dear God, I could just, you know what? Okay. there needs to be like a parody of this, right? So can you imagine Raubon having to deal with Lys on one end of his ear, and on the other end of his ear is Urianger. I am just waiting for the internal rage to build up until one day he just like PTSD's out on both of them and just rages like some kind of Ren Stimpy cartoon. Or like Invader Zim or something cool like that. Then mayhap you would do the same for us. Indeed. It was just as Lee said. Worse, in fact. Devastation as far as the eye could see. Nerva and the Third, however, were notable by their absence. Might they have met their ends at the hand of Xenos and Fandaniel? Perhaps. Or perhaps they simply lost their will to fight. You see, the capital has been plunged into a deathly silence, with one exception, the Imperial Palace. It was a busy place before the war, but it has grown busier still, with throngs of soldiers and civilians working there every day and night to rebuild, or rather transform it. Transform it? Into what? What was it they said that one time? It's like, you know where they are? We're in Hell's Kitchen! Parasite Eve. Oh, shit. Let me pull it up. That is a difficult question to answer. The construction is vast and unsettling to behold, like something from a nightmare. According to Urianger, certain aspects of its design were clearly devised from manipulation, with the manipulation of Aether in mind. Magitech, in other words. Yet as unnerving as said edifice was, it was nothing next to the sight of its builders. They swarmed the place like so many insects, working with never a word exchanged between them. No one overseeing construction, no one barking orders. It was as if they were possessed, or tempered. Oh no! That's super awesome though. Enjoy your trip, my friend. I'm going to be doing Maps at Minifuzz. I think we actually have a solo Maps at Minifuzz run coming up soon. I literally not bottomed out, but I had to submit tickets because someone was like bottoming out our market, and it quit happening within like 24 hours of me doing that, which was cool. I never heard back from him though. Yet as unnerving as said edifice was, it was nothing short of the sight of its... Oh yeah, we read it. Oh, no worries, my friend. We wanted to investigate more closely, but given our suspicions, it seemed wiser not to take the risk. Luckily, most of the stuff we're doing is just going to be... I don't know, either running maps as a group or running maps as me, by myself running them. So basically, at least 2 of those days, you're probably not going to miss much. I mean, you'll miss the hangout streams, but it'll be... how do I put this? You won't miss narration content. You won't miss any of the struggle, so to speak. We wanted to investigate more closely, but given our suspicions, it seemed wiser not to take the risk. If Fandaniel could bind Bahamut to his will, might he have done the same to the people of Garlemald? Yeah, I gotta come up with a better way. Going around shouting, asking people if they need help, believe it or not, doesn't work. I figured that would happen, but because I kind of understand how that works in a social situation, but just as well, I couldn't afford to go to every single dungeon and stand there and be like, hey, you need some of the queue, because that would have just been weird. I would have though, and also times like raids and stuff are really hard to get into because you know, you need healers and tanks and all, but you can't get into the instance they're in order to actually ask them if they would need help with them. Yeah, I'm just not gonna do it on Aether. That's for sure. Aether was it was chill, right? I only had that one guy. I honestly laughed my ass off about that guy. He literally knew how to Twitch troll. So like what happened was I did my shout thing, and like the guy came in, or he like replied back or whatever, and the thing he was like, hard pass, bro, easy block, and I'm like, okay, so I blocked him, and I guess he tried to write me via slash tail or something, right? Or I realized I wasn't caring because I was doing other stuff, right? And then he like jumps up into my Twitch chat, and then he's like, you're doing it in an obnoxious way. And I'm like, yes, going around asking people if they need help. Totally obnoxious. But like, then after that, he did the thing where he blocked me, and the thing about that is that it becomes really hard to moderate them if they block me, right? Because their name appears white. I don't get the pop-up menu with all the options, right? But there is one that they missed, which was the moderator. So the moderator was able to go in and ban them, which was good. And I wasn't even going to ban them. To this day, I was like, hey, they're entitled to their opinion. But if they're going to play that, I'm going to be like, nah, because the trick is they can just unblock me and then come up into the channel and give y'all a hard time, and then reblock me, and then nobody would be able to do anything about it. So yeah, I'm glad I nipped that in the ass. It's the one thing that I can actually say I learned from Asmongold. Absolutely. Let's see. If Fandaniel could bind Bahamut to his will, might he have done the same to the people of Grelimar? Whatever the truth may be, this information is certain to prove valuable. You have our thanks. Well, be sure to say something for Rianja, which reminds me, I have a message from Alamigo. Raban is hosting a meeting to discuss the latest findings on the towers, and he requested our presence. Then why not leave that to us? You must be worried from your mission. No, I'm fine. Those towers have been on my mind since I first spied one on the way back, and I'm keen to get to the bottom of this. In that case, I shall stay and begin looking into another matter. As I promised Cryle, we need not all attend. Very well. I suggest the rest of us make our way to Alamigo forthwith. The sooner we leave, the more time we will have to speak with Urianger before the meeting. Ooh, you know what? I've got it. What if I go to Oceania? I don't know how good I'd be with dungeons, but I could help people get their mounts. By the way, if any of y'all need, like, anyone to help them get their Around Reborn or Heavensward mounts, even if it's on an alt or something, I can do that. And if y'all need help queuing with anything, I can do that as well. I can't right now, of course, because I'm doing this thing. But over the weekend, yeah. If you're curious to know what I will be doing in your absence, let us speak of it another time. At present, Cryle and I have no more than a hypothesis. Chat. They have a hypothesis. The last time they had a hypothesis and they didn't tell me about it, they were plotting to kill me. I'm not even joking. They were like, can you do it? Can you take out the Warrior of Light should they fall? And it's like, they tried. It didn't much work, though. I'm kind of glad it all worked out in the end, because they were screwed. Are they going through the shells again? I think they're in the same spot they were earlier. Yep. Same as we left them. Alright. And I think that Unukuhali, or however you say his name, is, still in the back room. Fallacy! Newsom Kathas talks of naught but the part you played in retaking the Stone Vigil. I read you correctly, did I not? A woman of rare quality. That's correct. Mike Hatsune. That is funny. that was awesome. All right, it's time to roll out with the behemoth. Where are we going? My friends, we're going to Alamigo! Yes, just so. But where to when we get there? Something tells me we're gonna have a big meetup, but that might be later or it might be now, who knows? I have a slight suspicion that we're gonna get called down to Ul'dah at some point. We've been slowly making our way through all the towns, and the only one we haven't been to is two places, Gridania and Ul'dah. So that'll be really interesting to see how it goes. Oh, yeah, I told you about it last time you were here. I showed him the Mistle. I wonder if there have been any developments regarding the Amalja abductions. It could be no mere coincidence that the incidents began occurring just as the towers first appeared. Oh, I found out why we didn't get to show him the other one. We had the wrong one. Or something. Or maybe we missed the point where we were supposed to show it to him with the thing. But what's awkward is I seem to remember you can show him twice, right? But I never got the prompt for the first one. I did get the prompt for the second one though. I was super stoked about it. Although I was only in Revenant's Toll for a short while, I did manage to squeeze in a brief drink with Flamine. Spring water only, it being a flying visit. Aw, this is cute! Look at you, Thancred. Getting over your stuff. They never directly says he has a problem, but he always talks about how he's just drinking water. After he spent the first two expansions being absolutely knackered. While we may safely assume that the Telophoroi are behind the works being carried out on the Imperial Palace, we can only guess as the purpose. The Royal Menagerie is still closed to civilians. Fandaniel and his pets certainly left their mark. Damn it, I was gonna go up there. Ruining my fun. Maybe I can still sneak over there. Ah, they're not gonna let me. Be like, my lady. My friends, much and more have I heard of your travels in our absence. Heartened am I to see you all hail and whole. As we are to see you safely return from your mission, Rianja, I trust Thancred made you feel welcome? Well, well, if it isn't Alphado and his merry band. Oh, God. Damn. Oh, I forgot about this. Okay, let's see this. Orenvald, what are you doing here? When we spoke via Link Pro, you told me you'd be away on a mission. And who's to say this isn't part of it? But enough about that. It's good to see you looking so similar. I thought you'd have grown a bit taller after a whole year in another world, but apparently not. Well, I'm sorry to disappoint you. While my soul may be a year older, my body is hardly aged, as you are well aware. And may I remind you that we Elezen are known to be late bloomers, especially in terms of our height. Mark my words, the day will come when even a great Auroch such as yourself will crane your neck to meet my eye. Aye, 'twas not until my 20th summer that I myself outgrew my boyish proportions, though Moonbreeda towered over me nonetheless. Onwell brings out the best in Alphino, doesn't he? They both seem so at ease in each other's company. It's almost endearing. So, what exactly brings you here? Oh, Portola mostly. We need to go over a few things before we set out. Set out? Wait, does this have something to do with the towers? Eh? What gave you that impression? Actually, tell me later. You got a meeting to go to. I'll see you afterwards, alright? Oh, come on! God damn you, Yoshi P. That was savage! That was savage! Oh god, I'm not spoiling it, but that was savage. The replayability factor of this game is amazing. You'll play it back and you'll go, oh, they did the subtext thing. If Portilla's going with him, then that must mean... My apologies. As Arnwell rightly pointed out, we have a meeting to attend. Let us be about it. Wait, did Alpino just realize that he's single again? I jest, but... Oh, this is the one! This is the one! This is the beg your pardon meeting.
Ere we begin, I would like to offer my gratitude to Masters Thancred and Urianger. Tis no small feat to infiltrate the Imperial capital and live to tell the tale, much less in times of civil war. Thanks to them, we may plot our course in full knowledge of how the winds blow in Garlemald.
Full glad are we to have been of service. But verily, such dangers as we did encounter pale into insignificance next to those faced by our comrades. An Ascian, armed with the might of Bahamut, bent on bringing about the final days.
Theatrix. He sought only to make a show of the power at the Telophoroid's disposal. But since then we have seen no sign of this Fandaniel or his worm. And while we've done what we can to bolster our defenses, there's no telling where he might strike next.
Oh, wow.
Whenever and wherever it may be, we must use the intervening time to learn more of our enemy. 'Twas with this in mind that we dispatched scouts to investigate the towers.
Our advance party took longer than expected to return. And when they did, they tried to kill us.
It's funny, like, when they did, I had to break a fool.
Luckily, I'd seen that sort of thing before, and we were able to restrain them before they did any harm. Then it was just a matter of letting the Porksies do their work.
I love how they're like, thankfully, I've seen that sort of thing before. Oh, what savage world we live in. As much as I hate Garlemald, they're not exactly wrong. Like it is a crazy world, Eorzea, and this all of the world. But like, holy crap! Ah, all right.
Are you saying they were tempered?
Once they'd come back to their senses, they told us everything they could. It seems that just as they were getting close to the tower, they heard an ear-splitting roar, and that was the last thing they remembered. But what worries me most is what they were saying right before they attacked.
Glory be to Garlemald.
Glory be to Garlemald.
The Tempered have heretofore ever been thralls to primal entities. Yet these hapless souls were compelled to accept a nation as the object of their devotion. This calleth into question all that we know of the condition.
Would that the unsettling news ended there. Alas, there is more. Following the earlier reports of missing Amalja, we have learnt that other beast tribes have suffered similar losses. and we now have reason to believe that the abductions are connected to the appearance of the towers. Our scouts sighted black-garbed figures leading shackled Ixal in the direction of the tower in Dravania.
Uh-oh.
The Temple Knights were able to intercept them before they could reach their destination, liberating the Ixal and apprehending their captors, each of whom was found to be equipped with Garlean arms and armor.
So the Empire is the common thread.
With the support of Xenos, it seems likely that Fandaniel has rallied a faction of the splintered Garlean army to the banner of the Telophoroi.
Lord Hien reached the same conclusion when I shared our findings with Doma. The plan had been to march on Garlemald from the east and west in order to force a peace treaty. But the situation has changed. Dealing with the threat of the towers must come first. Given the nature of the enemy and the proven risk of tempering, I could think of few suitable candidates to aid in this task. But I am confident in my choice.
Oh, yes!
What?
Resistant to primal influence as they are, they can investigate the towers without fear of being turned.
We are glad to put our gifts to use, Commander.
I mean, I hate to shit on their gear, but like, did they really have to give her a level 1 or level 4 necklace? It looks cool, but I can't oversee that.
Gifted or not, going behind enemy lines remains a perilous undertaking. But we must know more if we're to strike back at our foe. I'm counting on you.
If it would give us the upper hand, I'd do it 100 times over. We won't let you down.
That concludes the briefing. You two, make ready and join your escort.
Are you certain about this, Arenvold?
I am. Come on, let's talk outside.
It'll be alright, chat. They're going on a newfound adventure. Maybe they'll bring back some treasure or something from, like, some sunken, you know, cavern thing. They'll be fine. I mean, we're only sending them into an Ascian hole. But, you know. If it's small talk after, look elsewhere. I accept that numbers can prove a hindrance when infiltrating enemy territory, but to send only 2? Well, now that it's out in the open, I don't have to keep it under the proverbial anymore.
So you know, I've already gone through all the formalities at the Rising Stones. Made sure to inform Jamolva and Vmar at Ralga's Reach as well.
Wow, he really is going in.
Arenvold, I admire your enthusiasm, but this is far more dangerous than anything you have done before.
I know the risks. And I also know what's in store if we don't stop Fandaniel from carrying out his plan. With this power of mine, I can make a difference. If I stood idly by, I would regret it for the rest of my life.
And you, Fudola? Is this what you want?
What are you asking me for? It's not like I have any say in the matter.
Oh, here we go.
Don't pretend. We both know Commander Eldin gave you a chance to refuse. And you didn't.
Aw, okie doke, my friend. Thank you for doing what you did today, my friend. You were awesome. You rock creation. And I will catch you tomorrow, my friend. Just let me know. If you are... What was I going to say? Let me know if you're going to be back around Monday. But I'm gonna keep streaming. Hold on, 1 second. Sorry. My partner got a phone call at the same time. Oh, cool, my friends. Let's see. This is gonna be fun. We're gonna have a good stream, I promise. It's only the end of days.
So the Empire's finished, is it? But that's what they're all saying. That the great and glorious Garlemald slit its own throat.
Sounds about right.
And now, from out of its twitching carcass crawls the Telophoroi with bloody Xenos at its head! I fought for Garlemald. Killed for Garlemald. What was I part of? I need to know. Whatever it is, I need to know.
Makes a lot of sense.
Very well. If your hearts are set on this, I shall not stand in your way.
You know, it's rumored that they were gonna ship her as the original Ida. But they changed the story or whatnot. I love that we're standing in the rain. This is
If you
fitting.
finished with your touching display of camaraderie, I have a question. Which tower are you planning to investigate, exactly?
Well, the one in Girabani is said to be tightly guarded. It's patrol after patrol out there, apparently. We'd be spotted before we got anywhere near it. Which is why we've set our sights on the one in Pagltharn instead. There shouldn't be anything like as many Imperials to worry about down there.
No, just giant Amalja.
Even so, I doubt the local Amalja will look kindly on it if they catch you sneaking around in their territory.
Aye. Thancred has the right of a chap.
Fordola and I had a chance to learn the lie of the land in our previous forays there. We might still find trouble, but at least we won't lose our way. Well, we'd best not keep them waiting any longer.
Mayhap when all of this is over, we could take another trip to Loxeld. I would have you know I've become a rather capable swimmer since our last visit.
Ha! I'll believe that when I see it. Though, to be fair, getting into deep water does seem to be a scion's lot in life. Take care, Ray.
Oh, God. This game is almost comedic at this point.
It means a lot, you know. You coming with me.
I still owe you for saving my skin, don't I? Can't return the favour if I'm not there.
I dare say you'll get your chance before long. That Fandaniel sounds like a tricky customer. Too much for the likes of me, anyway. But we both know I'd just be another soldier if it weren't for my gift. And I need to be a damn sight more than that given what's coming. I realise I can't hold a candle to a hero like the Warrior of Light or Alphino, for that matter. He might look like he's 12, but he's seen more action than most people see in a lifetime. No, the fact is I'm nothing like them, and maybe I never will be. But I'll be damned if I don't try. They're counting on me. On us. So let's give it our all.
He does not want for conviction, that much is certain. So let us have faith in him. Him and Fordola both. While they see to the towers, I would attend to another task. Chasing down this lunar Bahamut.
Hell yeah. It's called Lunar Bahamut.
Oh, bloody thing. Can you hear me? It's Tataru. Oh, I'm happy to say we've managed to find Estinian. And I'm sorry to say he went running off again the moment we told him about Bahamut. But he did mutter something about heading to Ishgard, so if you're quick, you might still be able to catch him.
Oh no, we're gonna get my friends it again. I'm like, yo. Wait, hold on, wrong one. I'm gonna be
Even
like,
if we set out this instant, he may already have left by the time we arrive. Have her send the Bonanza to Ishgard. It may prove useful should we need to give chase.
I'm gonna be like, well, Alphino, some things happened on the Link Pro, and we found the Stynian. Now I have to go to Ishgard. I'm like, yo, Tataru, I need some gear.
I'll see to it as soon as Kryl and I get back to the Rising Stones. Good luck.
Like, hey Tataru, you got something for me? Maybe an outfit? You know? Like you did the last 2 or 3 expansions?
While you go off on your dragoon hunt, Urianger and I will return to headquarters. We have much to tell the others.
I feel like, we're going to get randomly, like, jumped and measured again.
I wish you every success in your search for our elusive friend. May we all meet again ere long.
It starts. Alright, chat, let's see, we got Graha, everything else. Give me just a split second, though. I'm gonna go see my partner needs very quick, and then afterwards, we'll keep going. Sorry for the delay. Don't go away, I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. Sorry about that. Alright, here we go. We are going to talk to Garaha and then Alize. Okay. Estinian Warmblood, the Azure Dragoon. His was another name featured prominently in the history books, and it will be fascinating to meet the man in the flesh. I get the impression Arnvald is a lot more apprehensive than he lets on. He will have been grateful Alphino was there to see him off. Alphino is keen to track down Estinian. So Estinian is bound for Ishgard. Whatever it is that brings him home, we must hope it will keep him there long enough for us to find him. Come, there is no time to lose. Here we go. You won't hear that sound too much longer. That's for sure. So, let me see here, chat. We are going to open up tab 2. Tab 2 is going to have my tracker for MSQ. Let's see here. Here be dragons. 8 quests left. I've only visited Ishgard once before, after the devastation of the 8th Elbow Calamity. Oh shit. To see the place in all its former, forgive me, in all its original glory is a tantalizing prospect indeed. Assuming we find him, this will be my first encounter with the famous Estinian. And if he's half the man Alphino claims, I fully expect to go weak at the knees, perhaps do a bit of fainting while I'm at it. He's not wrong. But that remains to be seen, Alize. Let's see how this works. We're both red mages, though, so, you know. All present? Good. Let us split up and search for Estinian. Since we're relatively new to this place, Graha and I will look around the open spaces, the squares and markets and whatnot. You and Minnie can delve into the nooks and crannies. Very well. Let us reconvene at the airship landing later, with or without Estinian. Good luck. I think I shall begin at the Skystone Manufactory, so perhaps you could try the congregation? Lucia may well have heard news of our friend's return. Ah, you know he's probably hiding out in the broom. That's where everybody hides out. Where is, Tataru when you need her? Oh wait, giving me an airship to use. That's correct. Here we go, my friends. Alright. Good evening to you, Warrior of Light. Lord Emmerich sent word that you would be attending the meeting in Alamigo, so I gather you have not come in search of him. To what do I owe the pleasure of your visit? I'm at Lord Estinian's here. I see. No, we were not aware Sir Estinian had returned to Ishgard, but as I expect you remember, he is wont to come and go as he pleases. Mayhap he came seeking an audience with Lord Emmerich, only to find him absent. In any event, I am afraid I cannot help you. Perhaps one of your companions is fared better. Now to go to the airship landing and see. I feel like I'm gonna get my friends again. It's gonna be like, my friends! Here we go. Oh, it's down this way. we go. Saracenian is every bit as elusive as Uriandra suggested.
No sign of him. Not that I've ever met him before, but the way Alphino goes on about him, I'm fairly sure I could pick him out in a crowd.
Don't be so certain.
Speaking of which, it does seem awfully quiet. If the erstwhile Azure Dragoon had returned to Ishgard, would it not be a source of general excitement?
Nah. There he is.
First the Scion's Coinkeeper, and now you. I'm beginning to think these meetings are more than mere coincidence.
You are correct, sir.
Not that I'm complaining. It's been too long.
Oh no. Somebody has to clip this.
Too long.
You look an ilm taller and twice as rugged. It suits you, Alphino. Quieter, though.
Oh my
Have
god.
you been giving him lessons on how to be the strong, silent type?
Oh my god. Oh no.
I am not Alphino! If the two of you are such firm friends, perhaps you should remember what he looks like. And what do you mean, rugged? Ugh! Had my brother mentioned what an oaf you are, I'd never have bothered looking for you in the first place.
Estinian Wormblood, the Azure Dragoon. He who fought and felled the dread worm Nidhogg at the Warrior of Light's side.
I mean, I guess so. I seem to remember that me and Alphino were kind of on point with that.
To think the day would come when I should see this living legend with my own eyes.
Would someone mind explaining what is going on?
Is everything all right? I thought I heard Alize shouting. Estinian! It's been too long. No, it's quite understandable. That was hardly the first time we've been confused for one another. Nor, I suspect, will it be the last.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I, for one, will not be making that mistake again.
Ah, it happens.
What I will say, for the second time today, is that you've grown. Inside and out. I can tell.
One can't remain a spoiled little lordling forever, you know.
At least someone's having a good time. You know, when we were growing up, Alphino would never befriend other boys because he couldn't stand the thought of not being in charge. But maybe that's changed. He seems just as happy around Estinian as he does Arenvald.
Oh, you can't keep him all to yourself forever.
Keep him to my... You're joking, aren't you? I'd be glad if someone would take him off my hands.
No rest for the righteous, eh? Speaking of which, I was just on my way to borrow an airship to take me to Azis La.
Azisla? How could I forget? The dragon with whom Bahamut shared the deepest of bonds.
Aye, Tiamat, his mate. Even now she remains imprisoned on Azisla, though her remorse binds her faster than any shackle.
Indeed.
I see. As the one who first summoned Bahamut, you believe she may be able to shine some light on his latest incarnation.
Might I suggest that we make the journey to Azisla together? I'm not sure if Tataru mentioned this, but we Scions have an airship of our own now.
I see no reason why not. Assuming your sister can bear the thought of sharing a deck with me.
Be my
This is
guest.
so good.
But confuse me with Alphino again and I'll throw you overboard.
She's not lying.
Ugh! I don't know who he thinks he is, but he's nothing like Alphino painted him to be.
I will admit, he is not exactly as I imagined him either. Based on what I had read of the man, I think I was expecting someone a little less blunt.
Alright, let me give my cat some treats, and then I'll get us back going. Sorry for the delay, my friend. Right back. Sorry about that. Tiamat summoned Bahamut once before. She may have again, willfully or no. So this is the Delta Quadrant, where countless dragons yet lie imprisoned, the great Tiamat among them. Not to complain, but I don't expect to find myself here again quite so soon. It has been quite some time since last I set foot in Azisla, but I understand the three of you were here rather more recently. I don't suppose you chanced to meet with Tiamat during your visit. Alas, no. We had no cause to set foot here in the Delta Quadrant, but I have studied the relevant records, which is to say, not to say I wouldn't appreciate a first-hand account of your dealings with her. Well then, Minnie is the person to ask. As far as I know, she's the only one of us to have met Tiamat face to face. Even now, she remains a prisoner of the Allegan Empire. It's very sad and tragic. Ever since the end of the war with Mericidia, yes? To have been held captive for so long. I too have met with Tiamat. After the Dragonslaw War came to a close, I came here to speak with her, a worm who had fought her own war against man in another age. I wished to know if she yet harbored thoughts of vengeance. and asked as much. She said no. My hatred for your kind was extinguished long ago. But the guilt she feels for resurrecting Bahamut burns on undimmed. It torments her even now. I see. Then your original reason for coming here was out of concern that Tiamat has been forced to summon Bahamut. Nidhogg is a part of me. I feel his emotions as my own. And I know that he would not allow his sister to be made a tool of evil. In his absence, it falls to me to watch over him. Interesting. It was the Yassians who taught Tiamat the secrets of summoning, even as they supplied the Allagans with the means to capture primals. So much suffering, all of it by design. The Ezra Dragoons of history were the mortal enemies of the dragons, yet now they would be hard-pressed to find a soul who understood them better. Our grandfather sacrificed everything to protect the realm from Bahamut. We must be prepared to do the same. Justinian is ready to lead the way to Tiamat. Here we go, chat. Tiamat awaits this way. Nice. It's time to go get yelled at, chat. Let's do it. That'll make a lot more sense in a few. Hold on, I got this. Cute. Where's it at? That's cool too. I have so many minions that it's like a needle in a haystack trying to find anything these days. Aha. Now then. Let's see if we get a cool dialogue. Maybe we do, maybe we don't. Big dragon. Big dragon. Do you think that man is responsible for all this, and so much else that dragonkind has suffered? Resigned to her fate though she may be, I cannot help but feel that we may be able to help Tiamat. Would she only let us? So this is one of the 7 great worms. Even thus confined, her presence is overwhelming. My sire's mortal companion, what bringeth thee back to this forsaken place, child of man?
It's plain she knows naught of recent events. Perhaps you should enlighten her.
I mean, yo, some serious shit's going down. Ah, that my sins should be repeated. I sense not the faintest stirring. As to who could have called him forth, I know of none save the dragons of Meracedia, our children. The icon claimed their souls when first he manifested, and robbed of their will, they became tools for the Allagan's dark designs.
I've seen it with my own eyes. Captives of a lost empire, neither alive nor dead, existing only to preserve Bahamut's corporeal form.
Yes, the dragons of Meracedia are at the mercy of this Ascian. There can be no other explanation. Accursed Ascians, vile minions of darkness. Again, he would profane the memory of my beloved, and strip our children of their freedom, their dignity. Are there no depths to which you will not stoop?
Your children's pain means nothing to them. They laugh at your kind suffering.
He's not wrong.
But tears will not right this wrong.
Welcome, Eric.
Nor will lamentation see the perpetrators punished.
Congrats on beating Endwalker. I went and got, I made it to affiliate, though. Indeed, indeed. We had tons of gifted subs, too. I'm not sure how gifted subs work, though. How does it work? Trying to see how this thing works up here. Sweet. Yep. So yeah, I managed to get affiliate, get everything set up and everything else. Okay, that's good to know. Like, I remember it goes around, but I'm trying to think if 19 gifted subs got handed out to everybody. I know Creation had to crash, so... No, Creation's still around. Okay, cool. I just wanted to make sure they didn't go to waste or anything. I would feel bad. I'd be like, holy crap. Oh, it's so cool. We managed to get affiliate and everything, which was insane, because, like, I think over the last 2 days, I've slept for about 6 to 8 hours total. It's been insane. Like, on day 1, I had to go, like, downtown to Office A, and then, like, on day 2, I had to go downtown to Office B, also known as the DMV. It was quite savage, but it was actually, I got in and out. It was practically the fastest I've ever been to a place like that. Yeah, it wasn't too bad. And yeah, so I got my ID renewed because I realized it expired on me like a few months back. I was like, whoops. So I went and did that, and then I chased down all my bank information, tax information, all that stuff, and then got it all sent away. And I was like, I'm gonna go take a nap. And I woke up and it was like, congratulations, you're affiliate. And I'm like, holy shit. Awesome. But I definitely couldn't have done it without all y'all. I understand that feeling, especially if like when you're used to like putting out that much energy throughput, your body actually reacts when you start to overaccumulate calories because you aren't burning it out as much. It happens in muscle fibers as well. So like, if you use your arms and your shoulders a bunch, like for like lifting stuff over your head, or like even as a cashier or anything like that, and you take a couple of days off, your arms will start to get tensed up. Let's see what happens. What wouldst thou have from me, Slayer of Dragons?
Behavior befitting a great worm.
What a call out. Oh, I did run a bunch of events too over the last few days, and took a day off.
We came here to ask mighty Tiamat of the First Brood, consort of Bahamut, mother of the dragons of Mericidia, what she intends to do about the crimes committed against her children.
Santalan infan antosk, goes rent on.
Were I free, I would answer thine insolence with fire, but words shall have to suffice.
Ale u esk an in, ale cum ac in.
Well, I only run, I think I took like 5 to 10 days off, almost a running storyline. But I did all the raids, like all the raids. We did the raids, the trial series. We did a whole maps thing where we ran and did a whole bunch of stuff there. But definitely check out the Maps of Minipa streams that I do. We're gonna have a couple of those coming up this weekend. Oh shit, hold on.
You too were exposed to his influence. That you are yet in possession of your own will is testament to the indomitable strength of your soul.
Recall, she said, recall, mortals, that it was I who did first summon my beloved, praying with all of my being to bring him forth. You who contend with icons cannot well be ignorant of the consequence. And then he said, you two were exposed to his influence, that you were yet in possession of your own will is testament to the indomitable strength of your soul.
But were you to meet with Bahamut again, you fear you might succumb.
Es snoska dramon king, nestra in, illes I, nesh and ala.
She says, indeed, ask the Dragon Slayer, and he will tell thee the power we of the First Brood will. Were I to lose myself to the Icon's influence, all would pay the price.
Unmik, nalstra antal an smon tahi an.
But it is a little matter. For even I had the strength to resist. I yet lack the strength to break my shackles. For even had I the strength to resist, I yet lack the strength to break my shackles. This prison shall be my tomb.
On the matter of Bahamut's influence, at least, I believe we can be of some assistance. If you're afraid of being enthralled, don't be. We have a cure. And while we've never tried it on one such as you, its basic principles are universal.
Speakest thou in earnest?
There is no future for those bound to the past. That you committed a terrible sin, I do not dispute. But if you feel remorse, you may yet make amends. We offer you that chance. Take it, or you will forever remain a prisoner, not of these cruel shackles, but of your own guilt.
Sahaan, Setson, Kim Bahamut,
The chance to make amends, to lay Bahamut's memory to rest.
An Sumon, Na An Inles, Snaloles Dishan, Na Ala An Ul An Sin An Stan In.
When our own star faced annihilation, Heidelin granted us sanctuary, and now your foes would bring about her destruction. This I cannot allow, for the debt I owe to Heidelin, and to all who have suffered from my sins. I shall fight with you, children of men. Alright, here we go, chat. It would seem she still has some pride after all. Let's see if she's as good as her word. I confess my heart was in my throat when Asinian thought to berate her, but it appears to have had the desired effect. It won't make up for what she suffered at the hands of men, but if there's a chance we can free her, truly free her, we owe it to her to try. Let's see what Raha says. While proxies have been shown to have to be effective in curing the temper, Tiamat must be considered a special case. She is far, far larger and immeasurably more powerful than any subject treated thus far. Were we to remove her restraints only to find that the process had failed, we would be hard-pressed to contain her. Then, before going ahead, we should learn as much as we can about the exact nature of her condition. Do you suppose we can find that information here? Why yes we can. We can indeed. The Alligans kept detailed records on all their notable captives, and I know exactly where to look. We shall leave that to you then. In the meantime, the rest of us can turn our thoughts to the removal of those shackles. Heck yeah. I know Alfredo and Minnie here well enough, but not you. Are you certain you're ready for this? Ready to see this through? Rest assured, Sir Asinian, that I am both ready and willing to give my all for the sake of this star. Though that is not my only reason for wanting to set Tiamat free. Well, I do not claim to know all her sorrows. I too once found myself in a prison of despair, and I will understand how hard it can be to dare to dream of escape. It took the encouragement of braver souls than I am to make me take the first step towards a brighter future, and now I would help Tiamat do the same. I gather you are not as young as you look. Mayhap, when our work here is done, we could trade tales of Rapado Tataru's famous tea. And be indebted to it for all the leaves of hot water, I think not. I see. Returning swiftly to the task at hand then. I believe the nodes governing Tiamat's restraints are located in the sector known as the flagship. Oh yes, we are familiar with it. The Electrochemical Research Facility in particular. Oh, you may wish to take this, a spirit vessel containing a small amount of my blood. Ooh. Which you just happen to be carrying around with you. I suppose that could seem rather odd. To explain, Rambos, Urianger, and I are researching the use of spirit vessels and the transference not only of memories, but the traits of certain bloodlines, and so I keep one at the ready should an opportunity to test the theories arise. As for its use to you, you may recall that during our previous visit, the nodes here granted access to restricted functions, having identified me as being of royal blood. And armed with that spirit vessel, I posit that they will do the same for you, even in the absence of, well, the rest of me. It seems rather dry, at least. Agreed. We'll take care of it. To the flagship, then. All right. Here we go. It's possible the restraints may have mitigated the effects of her tempering, but Tiamat has been enthralled to Bahamut for thousands of years. To have clung on to her reason through it all says a lot of her strength of will. More than a lot. Alize and I shall remain here and attend to necessary preparations. In the event that the spirit vessel fails to work as intended, you know where to find me. Good luck. Alright, yeah. I'm gonna go put eye drops in my eye right quick, and I'll be right back. Don't go away. Alright. Turns out I had a piece of, like, you know those, like, Purette cookies? They're like the ones that, they look almost like taquitos with their cookies. I have some coconut ones, right? They're really good. They're like vanilla coconut. But a bit of it flung off and got in my eyelash. And, like, I couldn't get rid of it. And I was like, hey, what's wrong with my eye? And I couldn't figure out what it was. And so I went to look at it. And it's literally just sticking off my eye. I'm like, eh. So I got that fixed. So let's see here. He was like screwing with me reading, because like every time I would go to read, I'm like, it's like winking my eye. All right, we are going hard. Oh, good there. I'll make they're not at the Sphinx, that's for sure. Oh, this was a day. I would rather leave these elegant contraptions to you and Alphino. Okay, Kane. Let us split up and search the flagship for the node that controls Tiamat's restraints. But should you find a likely candidate, do not be tempted to make any adjustments. It would not do to accidentally release some manner of experiment monstrosity, nor less Tiamat herself in her current state. Our objective at this range is simply to identify the relevant node or nodes. Once you have learned what we can, we should reconvene and compare notes prior to proceed. Sorry. I had to burp. I was like, uh-oh. We're doing dragon stuff. You're probably wondering, what zone is this? Well, go play Heavensward, my friend, and you'll find out. As this law's cool. And what's this? Statues. It would be a shame if somebody were to rearrange them in Final Fantasy VI and bring about the end of days. Just saying. I'm gonna be teasing stuff like this all day. Oh, look, it's an egg node. Ostreporus node. Data link with Delta Quadrant broken. Possible cause: intruder interference. Advice: deployment of automated combat units. Proceed. Koopa? I feel like this thing's just boiling liquid natural gas or whatever. They remind me of those kind of things you see on ships. Beep, beep. Warning. Scheduled dragon restraint maintenance due in minus 2,020 years. Failure to verify system integrity may result in unscheduled specimen release. Alright. That's not good. I wonder if that happened 2,020 years ago. My mouse is not happy. There we go. Ooh, it's Alfie. I realize I've said this before, and on more than one occasion, but I never cease to be amazed by elegant technology. Amazed and disturbed. Me too. Oops, hold on. Chicken treats. Snacks. Lots of snacks. Here you go. What's up, buddy? Give him all the pets. Let us away, chicken treats. Ah, it's gonna be in here, I bet. Astidian. These nodes, or whatever you call them, why do they quiver so? Yeah, that's a good question. I haven't quite figured that out. But, you know, at least it's not like the horses from A Realm Reborn. They twitch. Friction between metallic components detected. Temperature increasing to critical levels. Please replace damaged parts or retreat to a safe distance. Oh wait, that's not good. Infernal things. One of them sent a swarm of mechanical vilekin to plague me. I must have angered it. I'm afraid Asini and I have little to show for our efforts. Did you find anything? Yes. A chirruping node was spontaneously warned, which spontaneously warned me about neglecting the dragon's restraints. Spontaneously saying? Well, that does sound promising. Almost suspiciously so, in fact. But then you were in possession of the spirit vessel. I dare say it is indeed the node of which Graha spoke. And was chirruping, you say? Very well. Let us take a closer look. Is this one going to explode? Here we go, chat. We're going in. Oh my goodness. Where are we going? Over here. Yeah, here we go. How did the elegants tell these gods was taking things apart? As I suspected, the node will not acknowledge my authority to issue instructions. Beep. Do you wish to operate the dragon restraint mechanisms? Yo. Beep. You do not have the requisite access privileges. Operation of the dragon restraint mechanisms may only be undertaken by the chief, technologists, and members of the royal family. Well, those are the vessel full of royal blood, perhaps. One never knows when a small portion of royal alien blood might come in handy, which is why Graha keeps this vessel about his person. Interesting. Beep. New user detected. Commencing biometric authentication. Boop. Authentication complete. User identified as member of the royal family. Please state your name. Minifuzz. Bloop. Welcome, Minifuzz. You may operate the dragon restraint mechanisms when ready. Oh, what's this? Bloop, bloop. Error. Unable to disengage restraints of the specimen Tiamat. A system update is required. A system update? What do you suppose it is asking of us? I could hazard a guess. Well, that's more than I can say. Confound bloody thing. User agitation detected. Initiating guidance program. Bloop. In order to operate the restraint mechanism, I require access to the central control system. However, I am unable to establish a link to said system due to obsolescence of my own software. This issue can be resolved by applying a system update for using the corresponding terminal located within the flagship. So this thing can release the restraints or not? It can, but only once it has received the requisite system update as far as I can tell. Until which time it'll float there spewing nonsense. User dissatisfaction detected. Initiating placation protocols. Bloop. I am here to help. Rest assured that I will be on hand to guide you through every step of the system update process. How gratifying. But I dare say we will fare better with guidance than without it. Oh, here we go. That means we are now very close. For vengeance. Let me see here. For me. Holy shit, we are 6 quests from the end. The restrainment node stands poised to lend a hand, figuratively speaking. Boop. Guiding user to terminal. This way, please. Oh, we're off this way, looks like. Let's freaking go. Aha. Nope, not the one. Okay. It's gonna be a side door, probably. There we go. Here we go. This terminal appears to be similar to the one we encountered when we first set foot here. Let us hope it will be equally helpful. Though look at me, this is a task for you in Alpha now. Access granted to user Minifuzz and her adolescent Ellison companion. Master Fuzz's other companion is deemed a potential risk to safe operation and has been denied access privileges until further notice. They locked out Astinian. Let's see. According to the terminal, the central control system is presently employing software version 5.6.135. Dare I ask which version you are employing? By software version 42.002, of course. Beep boop warning. Errors detected in the data management system. Estimated time required for update 5 years, 1 day. That is rather longer than we were hoping. Aren't there any other options? For instance, using this terminal to operate Tiamat's restraints instead? Boop. The proposed method is indeed an option. Please be warned, however, that the procedure may have changed as a result of the system update, and my instructions may no longer be accurate. Well, I can't imagine it will have changed all that much. As long as we pay due attention to any discrepancies, I dare say we shall be able to muddle our way through. Don't bother trying to explain. Just tell me if we've made any progress. I would say so, yes, it does. However, require that I remain here to operate the terminal. I shall inform you via link pro once I'm ready to release the shackles. It might be best if you left the spirit vessel with me. I may yet have use for it, rest assured. I will be certain to return it to Graha. Grahatia when this is over. Man, my weapon is all powered up for whatever reason. Just a little more work and Tiamat will be free. But before we go any further, there's something I would know. When Tiamat and her kin fought against the Alligator Empire, both sides were but dancing to the tune of the Ascians. And it was the same in Ishgard, where they stoked the fires of conflict between man and dragon from the shadows. All that the Ascians turn to ash, or touch turns to ash, and thus you have made it your mission to fight them. But there have been times when you tried to reach out to them instead, to find common ground. And so I must ask, what do you intend to do with Fandaniel? Will you try and reach out to him too? I will try, yes, and if that fails, I'll remember him. I see little point in reasoning with the wretch, or remembering him for that matter. But perhaps there's a difference between you and me. You see the good in people, even if it be but the faintest glimmer. I only hope you do not come to rue your benevolence. You think it's unwise for viewing the world thus? Far from it. That has ever been your way, as I learned when we journeyed together to Lysar. Yet the fact remains that there are some who view compassion as a weakness to be exploited. And there may come a time when you extend the hand of friendship only to wish that you had dealt the killing blow. So, save your mercy for those who deserve it. Well, we should be getting back to our task. If Alpino has things in hand here, then I suggest we rejoin the others. It starts, chat. Alright, so, let's see what the terminal says. Beep boop, warning. Releasing dragon restraints may result in specimen loss, damage to facilities, and incineration of staff. Holy shit. That's some Half-Life 2 level shit, or Half-Life 1 or whatever. It's like, it's not shutting down. I cannot deny the logic in Estinian's argument, given all that is at stake. Even the slightest lapse in judgment could be the undoing of us all. Hi, my friend. Let's see what happens here. We are making our way here. I think we're going back down here. Hopefully we have a cure ready for the tempering. Because if not, that's going to be a problem. She's probably like, silly humans, you fly around on food. If this Fandaniel truly is without reason or creed, he is no better than a rabid dog. Treat him if you must, or treat with him if you must, but be ready to do what is necessary. So the spirit vessel proved useful after all. Excellent. Here we go. Estinian told me all is well, but nothing more. Honestly, it's like getting blood out of a stone with him. I take it from Alpina's absence that he's needed elsewhere? Yeah, Alpina's watching a control switch. Well, that all sounds rather frustrating, but you got there in the end. While you were off talking to nodes, Graha and I were learning as much as we could about Tiamat's condition. Our readings confirmed that our ethereal balance leans strongly towards the umbral, as was the case with the kobolds. Therefore, all other things being equal, the treatment should work. The difficulty lies in the sheer quantity of aether which we must intend. Multiple applications of the treatment will inevitably be required if we are to reverse the effects of the tempering completely. Meaning I'll need all the aether I can get. Thank you in advance. Although this endeavor will ask much of us, we do have one reason to be optimistic. Namely that Tiamat shows no signs of fanatical devotion, suggesting a milder case of tempering than that suffered by the kobolds. Tiamat saw Bahamut as an equal rather than a god. Might that have made a difference? Now that you mention it, it very well might. She would not have believed it necessary to divert to his will. But enough talk. It's time to put our theories to the proof. Tell Alphino to disengage the restraints, ethereal dampers. Oh boy. I'm counting on you, Angelo. It's like, cover me, Porkins! Oh, snap! Hold on, I'm looking at something. Nice! Ah, such warmth! The frost that shroudeth my soul doth begin to thaw. But what are these? Visions of days long forgotten, of war with the men of Alag. Wherefore do such baleful memories return to me now? Could it be that the process of restoring her soul to its pre-tempered state is awakening ancient memories? Or might the opposite be true? If so, by helping her to recall the past, we may be able to speed her recovery. Minnie, she trusts you. Speak to her. Ask her to tell you if time has passed. Tell me about Bahamut and the Ascians. I want to know how it all happened. Ah, Bahamut, my beloved. Would that the peace we found in Mericidia could have lasted for eternity. But alas, it was not to be. The Ascians saw to that. In all creation, I know of none more wicked. It was at their behest that the men of Alag first came unto Mericidia, unto our home. The tale began when Bahamut and I left our father's side. We took wing in search of a place to make our eyrie. Beyond the southern ocean, we discovered a lush and fertile land. It would come to be known as Mericidia by the children of men, though many years were to pass before they crossed the seas. Upon our arrival, we were welcomed by the peaceful people of the forest. Kin to the trees, surrounded by nature's bounty, Bahamut and I had found a place to raise our young. Fascinating. This correlates with the writings of the Charlian scholar Rawusha. She posits that men first settled on the southern continent towards the end of the Second Astral Era. Correctly, it would appear. If only she were with us to hear the tale from Tiamat herself. Again, Angelo. When first the children of man arrived on our shores, no foot did they set in those places over which we held dominion. Such was their fear of dragonkind, and as they kept their distance, so did we let them be. Yet as the days went by, ship after ship appeared upon the horizon, bearing ever more of their brethren, who divided the vast land amongst themselves. For a time, they knew peace and prosperity, but as their numbers grew, the smaller their share came to seem, and soon they began to covet the territory of their fellows. Ere long, man fought man, blood was answered with blood, and none could see an end to the strife, until one day they came to us.
recognizing our wisdom, they entreated us to intercede with their conflicts. Bahamut agreed, and with him presiding over the affairs of men, the land knew peace once more. Alas, those golden days of harmony, too, were fated to end. For the men of Allag slew my beloved, and I, in my rage and sorrow, heeded the envenomed words of the Ascians. The rest thou knowest only too well. But your tale doesn't have to end there. When you are free, we'll rid the world of the Ascians together, and you and your beloved will have justice. Fine sentiments, but you're almost spent. I'll keep watch from above. If the treatment fails, run. Thanks for the vote of confidence. I swear when this is over. Keep going, Alice. The magic is working. I love how Graha's just like not helping this time at all, and they're leaving it all up to Alize. I'm not helping either. It's just like, have fun, Alize. Man, this thing is charged up. Is it? Oh, it stopped. It's because I have my meter going, I guess, or something. I don't know. Slowly but surely, the magic is working, aided no doubt by the memories you bade her share. Well, I knew this wasn't going to be easy. No patient could have prepared me for treating a great worm. Tuberculosis, I could feel it. And while I've only got a few more drops of Aether left to give, with yours and Graha's, this will work. Then I believe I speak for both of us when I say that you may take as much as you require. Careful, I might hold you to that. Alright, here I go. Here we go, chat.
Go, Angelo, go! Hell yeah! Oh, oh?
No! I'm almost there!
Now we're talking.
This is it, Angelo!
Holy shit! Did we literally just splash her with Holy? I think we did. Yes, I feel it. The icon's grip groweth weak.
Did it work?
We won't know for certain until the shackles are removed.
Oh yeah, Verhole. That's true. Answer me this, children of man. Can my kindred be saved in like manner?
Many have been subjected to the Allagan's dark arts, their flesh irrevocably altered. For such tortured souls, I fear there can be no salvation.
My children.
Slosk an ol fol kael an. Slosk seth som in an.
Should you hearken unto my call, we shall fly together once more. But should you not, I shall grant you peace. Better to die than live as a tool of evil. You too would wish this, I know, and I shall do as I must.
When that time comes, you won't be alone. We'll stand by you.
Thou hast my gratitude, little one.
Alphino's ready. It's time.
He'd be like, this might hurt.
Do it. And let's hope the treatment worked as it should.
That was pretty bright, wasn't it? That was super bright. Bahamut, my beloved. For vengeance and atonement, I rise.
By the gods!
Urianger, your timing could not be better. Understood, we're on our way.
Uh-oh.
It's Bahamut. He's been sighted over Pagalthan. He flies for the largest Amalja settlement in the region, at the head of a vast host, including dragons.
Did you hear all that, Alphino? You'd best rejoin your comrades. I'll make my own way. Our enemy awaits. Shall we?
Nice. This reminds me of Drakengard in a way. Oh, speaking of which, aren't they bringing back, what's the name of that game? Something Dragoon. Is it The Legend of Dragoon, Panzer Dragoon? One of those games that was like lost to time, but they're like recovering it. I forget who's re-releasing it. Was it Sega? PlayStation? One of those. I remember it was being really good. I'll be fine. Plenty of time to recover on the airship. That's good. Well, I'm sure you're desperate to join Estinian and Tiamat in battle. 'Twould be wiser to gather the full strength of the Scions first. The foe we face demands no less. For vengeance. With Lunar Bahamut bound for Pagalthan, Gurahaktia is determined to call upon the aid of your fellow Scions. If we freaking go. I have already sent word to the others. We are to rendezvous with Ul'dah at the Hall of Flames. Let us collect Alphino and be on our way.
First a spate of abductions, and now the attack on the Emet-Selch homeland. What did the Teleport aim to achieve with all this? Well, I don't know. But this sure as hell seems like we're in Ul'dah. As I'm sure you recall, all involved in Patola were bound for Pagathon. I pray they have not come to any harm. If you are worried about me, don't be. I got some rest during the flight, and now I feel I'm ready for anything. By happy coincidence, Kryl and I were in the process of concluding our inquiries when news reached us of Lunar Bahamut's return. There was much to discuss, but it will have to wait. Of the foe we face, we know but little. Though time be of the essence, we must not stint in our preparations, lest our haste to fly to the aid of the Emet-Selch cost us our best chance of victory. Kind of reminds me of the Frog Knight from what do you call it? Chrono Trigger or Steiner from 9. Man, I kind of want to play Final Fantasy IX now, but I got permission to play 7 with Echo S, so I'm gonna do it. Now, I know some of you could do the rest, but I'm sorry to say that Teleport will have other plans. Pagathon is already under siege. Nice! Welcome back, Creation, my friend! So, you missed some funny shit. I don't want to spoil it for those who haven't seen this yet, but for those who already know how this is going to go, the previous interaction between two people, about an hour ago, I'm not going to tell you which two people, but the previous interaction between the two people was savage because of all the foreshadowing and all the subtext and all the cute little nods to those who have already played it before that go on. It is almost Game of Thrones bad. I highly recommend giving a second to look at it, and not today. I mean, I'm saying that, but if you're playing through it again, you remember how many times they made the turtle joke in Stormblood, the one with the trials with the four lords? How many times he kept making the turtle joke over and over and over and over and over again? They kept doing certain things over and over and over and over and over again. I was like, oh, that's so savage. Happily, the Immortal Flames arrived just in time to join the defensive effort, with Marshal Tarpon at their head. Well now, given the failure of the peace negotiations, I was uncertain how the Sultanate would respond. It is good to hear that Ul'dah has not abandoned the Emet-Selch. Abandon them? Do we not profess to be their friends? It's the Sultana! And it's what's his name? I can never remember his name, I feel bad. Your Grace. Marshal Tarpon had made provisions for such an exigency? Yes, exigency, and was ready to depart at a moment's notice. All that was required was the agreement of the syndicate, each of whom voted in favor of intervention. Nor is Ul'dah alone in its resolve. The other alliance nations have likewise dispatched their troops to Pagathon. Yet even with our combined strength, we shall be sorely tested, for we face not only the might of an Imperial Legion, but Lunar Bahamut and his draconic horde beside. Tiamat's children. Fight as we may, victory is by no means assured, but not all the omens are grim. Our forces report that despite their proximity to Lunar Bahamut, none of the Emet-Selch show any signs of tempering. Strange, what primal would turn down a chance to claim new thralls? Unless it's incapable of doing so, primals are not wont to serve a master, Astian or otherwise. It may well be that Lunar Bahamut differs in some fundamental manner from those we have previously encountered. If that were true, anyone could fight him, and many of the others like her would
have to shoulder the burden alone. Be that as it may, Lumer Bahamut remains an incalculably powerful foe whom our soldiers will struggle to best through the mere force of arms. With the aid of the Scions, however, I believe they will fare rather better, assuming, that is, you are ready to take the field. An airship awaits to bear you to the front. Pray set forth as soon as you are able. I, meanwhile, shall continue to coordinate our forces. Till next we meet, may the 12 bless and keep you. It was kind of her to speak with us personally. You may be certain she has no shortage of other responsibilities. Well, I, for one, am inclined to do as Her Grace requests. Lest we forget, Erenvald and Perdola are in Feragathon on reconnaissance. The sooner we save the day, the better the chances. Indeed, to the airship then. Alright, it's time to ride on out with 24s and 10s. Nice, we're going to the airship landing. Like, that really is necessary. Oh look, I guess this is part of the outfit we must be getting. That's kind of cool. If not, it definitely looks like the outfit you get from the holiday. The crossover event is going on right now, in case y'all are wondering. Definitely consider checking it out. I'll be doing it more than likely tomorrow, I think. When is tomorrow? Tomorrow is a Wednesday. So yeah, I'll probably do it tomorrow. I'm also probably going to do a massive mini buzz run again soon at some point, which is pretty cool. Look, that's a cool outfit. Yeah, I guess it is the outfit you get from it. That's what it looks like on Lalafell. Neat. I dig it. Alright, so we need to go to the airship landing, which means I need to go here. Starting the event as a healer, that sounds like a plan. Hustings. Sapphire. You know what I wonder? I wonder if we're cooking something. Hold on a second. Alright, I'm back. Sweet. Looks like a Detroit deep dish pizza. Alright. So I'm gonna... Oh, I can't do it because I'm in New Game Plus. Damn. Damn. Hold on. I'm gonna check on the price of something. Duty. New Game Plus. Suspend. Just for a sec. That way I can check retainer for a second and send him back on a thing. Yes. Let me see here. Have they gone up in price yet? Nay. Alright. Then let's see, which way are we going? Here it is, the mender. This is why I come by here. Let's see if I have anything I need to mend up. Yeah, there you go. You can't actually repair most of the time when you're in New Game Plus. Something weird about New Game Plus. It just, there are a couple places you can repair at, but it's usually never the one that you see when you run into them. Maybe it's some kind of special repair vendor that works. But also, if you find a vendor that does sells and repairs, then you will only be able to do sells.
Oh, wait, got ahead of myself. Gotta be around here somewhere, right? The bell? Aha. Okay. Let's see, chat. What am I doing next here? We are going to turn this back on, and we're going to warp to the airship landing. Hell yeah. And welcome, my friends, if you're just joining in. Welcome, welcome. I am Damien. This is DamiensAdventure. And what we're doing today is the last, man, the Flames of War, right? So let's see, I'll tell you how many we're close to in Endwalker. Not Endwalker, but, Shadowbringers. The Flames. We are 5 quests from the end. So we're getting close. No spoilers, my friends, for we are here. We need to teleport to the airship land. Haha. Well, I managed to get, let's see, sub points, subscribers. That's cool. What are sub points, I wonder? Interesting. I'm still learning a lot because I got my stuff turned on today. My what do you call it? My monetization celebration. That sounds absolute cancer. I got affiliate today. Officially affiliate, which is super awesome. Hey, welcome, my friend. I made affiliate, my dude. I'm a real streamer now. Thank you. So I was gonna tell you something really cool. Coming up in the next few days, I don't know. You probably have, but have you played Final Fantasy XIV? Like, not the new one that came out over the last few years, but the original one from back in the day. Because if you have, I'm playing a version of that's been completely narrated, which is pretty super awesome. Ah, damn. Final Fantasy VII was dope. That's everyone's super edgy okay game. I'll tell you what, in a couple of days to a week, I'm going to start up a playthrough of a heavily modded version of Final Fantasy VII. Not the one that just came out, not the one that came out a couple years ago, but the one from like 97. It just like you can mod the shit out of Morrowind, you can mod the shit out of Final Fantasy VII. So it's gonna be really interesting. Hey, says the person who talks about Morrowind. Of course, I played the shit out of Morrowind too. I still do. Morrowind was awesome, except on Xbox. On Xbox, it was a ticking time bomb. You literally had, I think it was like 63 days to beat the game. And if you didn't beat the game in 63 days, then the memory would just take a shit on itself, and the save would corrupt. Damn. I don't know what's going on here. This must have something to do with the new quest. Interesting. Sweet! I just got given a piece of pizza. Hell yeah. Oh, fuck that. It's hot as hell. But yeah, I gotta, Oh, no, you're good. How is, what was it? Oh, yeah, definitely with the Xbox version, because that's all we could do back in the day. Shit was savage. Oh, yeah, hey, how's that going, with the latest thing? I was watching Thor basically give a rundown of the planets on the thing. Everybody's going after the robots, I think. Now, don't get me wrong, I can't actually play it. I don't have the game. But I have literally watched everything go down from Joel to you know, trying to take over both sides of the map so that you don't get comped, and how you have X amount of time with the trackers to beat this and this and this. Oh, I know. I'm all about it. I am literally foaming at the mouth. I just gotta upgrade my PC first. It's driving me nuts that I can't play it, because that it is literally everything that I love about that genre in one go, and I'm like, son of a bitch, I can't play it. Because I got a 960. But we'll get there. We will get there, hopefully in the next few months, at the latest. Lest thou wonder, I have attended to Thancred's ammunition and completed mine own preparations. I trust thou canst say the same of thine. Try as I might, I cannot fathom why the Teloporoi would move to attack the Emulja. If Fandaniel's objective is death and destruction, one of the city-states would surely have been a better target. Melvin Creek. Nice. Isn't that... which one get reset to 50? This morning or whatever. Again, because I don't actually play it, but I try to keep up with as much as possible. I check the maps and the trackers and everything with everybody else. And there were apparently 3 planets or whatever got reset to 50% or were at risk of it. On the bot side, I think. Are they on defense? Something like that. Shit, I believe it in that game. Isn't that the one where you can land in the jungle and get annihilated by droids that can see you, but you can't see them? And again, for someone who hasn't played the game, I sure as hell know a lot about it. Mm-hmm. I must admit, though, I haven't seen much of them. I have seen bugs in a lot of my playthroughs. And big giant insects. I've seen flying things. But I haven't really seen too many people playing against the robots yet. So it'd be really the clankers or whatever you call them. So like I really look forward to that in a couple of days. Probably watching some of that. No, they have some other agenda. One encompassing the recent abductions, perhaps. See what Raha says. Do you think Estini and Tiamat have already reached Pagofan? But I should know better than to speculate on the whereabouts of the Azure Dragoon. Forgive me. Leaving Twitch? No. Let's see. Do you think Stinian and Tiamat have already reached Pagathon? But I should know better. Shit. I could do one of those things where people create the OnlyFans and then when they go there, it just literally plays, what do you call it? The Never Gonna Give You Up video. That'd be hilarious. Have already reached Pagathon? But I should know better than to speculate whereabouts the Azure Dragoon. Forgive me. It is not impossible that the Teloporoi redirected some of the troops stationed at the tower to the front line. If so, this may all turn out to have been to Arenvald and Pordola's benefit. Mainly, though, the important part is that, like, I don't know. I left YouTube. I mean, I still do videos, VODs, shorts, all this stuff. In fact, there's a short that was released today. But the main thing is just that, I don't know. YouTube's a pain in the ass. You know what? You know what happened to me the other day? I got a whole bunch of stuff. If you don't mind me, when I get into what I got you, what got me into streaming? Oh, that's a good question. So a long time ago, a couple years ago now, I did this thing called Maps at Minifuzz, where basically in Final Fantasy XIV, we would get the whole community together and go run treasure maps, which were. It sounds lame, like we're going to some big grand adventure, but we're not. It's just like mini games that never stop. So like it's almost like I wouldn't go as far as to say like Gamba stuff, but it was like basically like non-stop just mini games that everybody could compete in, like social mini games. Think of like Fallout, was it Fall Guys and stuff like that, right? Just silly stuff like that. Except in Final Fantasy XIV. Now, after about a year of doing that, it died down, and I thought, hey, it was holiday about a year and a half, year and a half, year and a quarter ago, And I said, I'm going to play all the original Final Fantasy games because I always wanted to. So I'm going to play Final Fantasy 1 through 14, right? And I did. The first couple of them were in Discord. People really liked them. And I said, okay, maybe I'll make a YouTube. So I did that and played all those. And then when that got done, we really kind of went into the back end of our expansion, which is like downtime. Most people playing other games and shit like that during that time. So what I decided to do was go play all of the Elder Scrolls franchise again. So I did Morrowind, I did Oblivion, I did Skyrim, and I did the entirety of the Elder Scrolls Online in like 6 months. It was insane, but we made it. We did all of that, and now we're back here doing a playthrough of this game. We're literally about 4 or 5 quests away from the end of the game, so we're about an hour, not end of the game, but end of the expansion. We're going to be going into the Endwalker expansion probably in the next few hours, which is basically the quote-unquote current one that's about to come to an end, which is kind of cool. But think of it kind of like having to go through the entirety of the Elder Scrolls franchise to get to the current stuff. And imagine having to play them all in order. And that's basically what it feels like playing through this over here. And it doesn't feel bad or anything. It's just one of those things where when you get to the end of it, you're like, fuck. So the Telepori have constructed buildings capable of tempering, and primals which are not. What secrets are they hiding? Reminds me of old school WoW. Not old school, but you know, Legion was like, an illusion. What are you hiding? Like, what are you hiding? Oh, good times. So yeah, I got that. We're gonna be going into a thing soon, possibly. Immortal Flames pilot. Oh, this isn't gonna end bad. This guy looks like he's swagged to hell and back. Greetings, you've been expecting you. But say the word and we shall depart for Bragathon at once. He's literally in Setzer robes. Are you going to carry me away on an airship that has a casino attached, just like Setzer from Final Fantasy VI? Are you going to throw dice at me that will cost me a shit ton of my own gil just to do minimal damage? Are you going to throw cards that will randomly wipe my entire party when I roll a nat 1? But then there's only 6 things to roll, so it happens all the effing time. I hope not. That sucked. Another thing that got me into streaming was, what else? Several things, really. Years ago, I wanted to do it. I even got into the beta program for Battlefield 1. The alpha program, actually. And I had an NDA and everything. And literally, the freaking, like, within 3 minutes or so of me finishing, within like it was about 3 minutes or so of them lowering the NDA, I was streaming. And I was like, y'all gotta see that, because I had a bug that I was going to dominate the hell out of, and I was going to show it to everybody. It was great. And what it was is when Battlefield 1 first launched, right? You could take and get your ass kicked, okay? So then it gives you the enemy, not the enemy, it gives you a big giant submersible blimp thing, you know, like a big Hindenburg kind of blimp, right? And a big dirigible. So then you take that blimp and you could use it to try to help your team, you know, succeed and help them capture things. But then you have to fend off the bad guys and all the other shit. No. Screw all that. So what you would do is you would take the airship and fly it this huge, giant Giga Chad-sized blimp, like a Hindenburg-sized blimp. If you've seen Indiana Jones, you know what kind of blimp I'm talking about. So you fly it clean above the enemy spawn point and let them shoot you down. So then all this flaming wreckage comes falling down on the enemy base, and it blocks the spawn points for all their vehicles and half their team, so that literally they can't do shit. Their game is like destroyed. Everyone's like, what the hell is happening? And meanwhile, your team is just taking every damn thing and then usually win the game. It was the funniest shit ever. And they patched it out, I think it was after like 90 days. Took him a minute. Let me see. How do I want to do this, chat? I guess we'll do it as a white mage. Does anybody want to run with me today? Meanwhile, I'm gonna take a bite of pizza while we figure it out. It's okay. All right. Okie doke. How long do you think you'll be? Like, if it's just gonna be a few minutes, then I can wait. It's not a big deal. Okie doke. Sweet. That sounds like a plan. Nice. This is a really fun dungeon. With a really sad ending. Oh wow, that didn't take very long. Did I manage to get you on the friend list? I think I did. Oh, look at that. Let me see here. There we go. Ooh, I wonder if we're getting, what do you call it? One of those, what do you call it? One of those, like, solar flare things that cause radio blackouts. Because my headset never gets, like, you know, distortion fade. And it's just like, in the signal, and then my keyboard dropped out for a second, too. And I was like, oh, that's new. And then it came back, and I was like, that's so weird. Huh. Razer stuff. It's so weird. Alright, I'm gonna be healing it, so we should be able to get, do tanking it too. This is gonna be great. This is gonna go real quick. Like, dun 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 ba-dum bum ba-dum bum bum. Ragathon. Long have the sweeping plains of Pagalthon been home to... No, I'm kidding. Been home to the nomadic Amalja, though the herding of livestock keeps them constantly on the move. The permanent settlement of Zolmak forms the seat of power and center of their society. It is there that Teloporoi would wreak destruction, dispatching a vast host comprised of both Imperial soldiers and tempered dragons, with Lunar Bahamut at its head. Yet even against these heretofore unimagined foes, the Amalja stand strong, with Estinian, the recently freed Tiamat, and the Eorzean Alliance at their side and eager to return the tide. This is gonna be good. Hey Lena, did you I'm unsure if you were able to come in. Did you want to play too? We would need just a DPS though if you did join. It'd be level 80 plus, and it would have to be able to run Pagalthon. Sweet. I'm over on Gilgamesh though. I'll have to get you in here. Oh, it was fantastic. It was just one of those oven pizzas, but it was really good. If you can, hit me up in game. And I forget, did I get you in the link shop? I might have. I forget everybody's game names. It makes it really hard. Was it Oni? Yeah, there we go. I remembered now. It took me a second. I'm like, which one was it? Yeah. Also, someone finally bought all my Dark Rye. I only made 10K, but somebody finally bought it. It was like 100 pieces of it. Alright. So, give me 1 second to take my plate to the kitchen, and when I get back, we'll start up. Okie doke? Cool. Don't go away.